Emma Boulos, and I will be Which a very dear friend of ours recently called me to tell me, your name is Jamabulous.
Yeah.
Right? Up to that name somehow. So I'm going to be your monologist tonight. I'm not going to give you any diseases, but I will tell you some stories. And they're all going to be truthful stories, all stuff that right off the cuff and hopefully inspired by you guys. So can I get a, what are you looking most forward to this summer?
Drinking. The beach.
The beach. The beach. I heard all of those things. Drinking is going to come into this story too. So on my 20th birthday, which was a long time ago, my friends, we lived in San Diego, and my friends decided to take me down to Rosarito Beach for my birthday. And you can do that, and you can drink when you're in Mexico under the age of 21. So of course that's where we're going to spend most of our summers. So a bunch of friends of mine piled up our cars. We were going to take a beach, a camp on the beach in Rosarito. And we get down there, and my friend sees some parasailing ride, and he's like, oh my gosh, I want to get that for your birthday. Of course, that would be wonderful. And so if you've never ever been parasailing, what happens is they make you wait. Every ride is like every 20 minutes because there's only one person they can take at a time. So there were like 8 people in front of me. So those 8 people in front of me added up to about 14 margaritas. So so by the time it was time for me to go up, I was a little polluted. So what ended up happening is these guys are putting me in these harnesses. They put this harness and they put it up around your waist and up around your shoulders. And as they're telling me all of the important stuff about how to land yourself, I'm like, yeah! Rock and roll! I mean, totally, I was not listening at all. Not listening at all. And so I'm harnessed in this thing, and then it takes me up, and I go up, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. But I didn't realize that the harness wasn't on correctly, and it was just on this part of my arm. So instead of like having it right under my armpits where you have freedom of movement of your arms, literally I was like this. I was like, oh my God, what? So at first I'm kicking and screaming, and I'm like, this is the funnest thing ever. And then about 3 minutes later, I started to realize that I was losing the feeling in my arms. So it was really starting to hurt. And so at the time, they tell you you're supposed to pull one side of the parasail to direct the air so that you land on the beach instead of in the water. But for me, as I was pulling it, my arms were in so much pain that by the time I nearly put my foot on the ground, it whisked me back up. This wind whisked me back up, and I was up there. And I fainted. And I fell out 300 feet into the water.
Jared? Yeah. Now that I've got my flying squirrel suit on, I've never seen anyone hover with one of those before. That's great. This is great. I feel like I'm going to fight some crime. You're going to make a lot of money. Forget about crime. No, I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for saving lives. Watch this. Oh, jeez. Watch where you're going, man. Sorry. Listen, I didn't bankroll you to fight crime. I want to get rich. That's why I moved to San Francisco. You want to talk about this now? Well, if you're going to go fly away and get shot by a supervillain, then yes. Okay. Well, what do you want me to rob?
Hey, give me all your money!
I forgot mine. I'm so sorry.
What?
Here's your purse. Oh, I meant to throw it to you. Sorry. That's incredible. Can you build me another suit? I want to fight crime too. Oh, so now you want to fight crime? Yeah. Okay. Meet me back at the lab It's only 50 miles away.
There is another superhero in the city.
Ah oui.
Oui.
Où? Où est le super-héros?
The superhero is the Superman.
Ok.
The-
C'est ici?
Oui.
Mais non!
Ah.
Superman!
Bon.
Superman est magnifique!
Ah.
J'adore le Superman!
Non. We are the super villain.
Oh, je voudrais un autographe! Superman! Oh oui! Non, oh mon Dieu! Non, non, non! Maman! Superman! Maman! Superman! Venez ici! Allô?
Non. Mais non. Mais non.
Oui, c'est vrai, c'est Superman alors! C'est incroyable! C'est vrai! Mes rêves, maman! Mes rêves sont vrais! Superman est
Alors.
Alors, c'est qui?
Hey. Ah, tu peux t'attendre. Ah oui. The Superman is dead. Merde.
Merde!
Ah oui.
C'est français ou?
Ok. Ouais.
Alors?
Alors.
Superman est ici
D'accord.
et
Et est-ce que-
nous allons...
Ouais. We are the super villain.
Oui!
Ouais.
Oui!
Ouais.
Nous sommes les super vilains!
Ouais.
Et...
Go ahead and take my blood. I might faint.
Doctor, the needles.
Yes, hold on one second.
Well, usually they lie me down or something. When
Oh,
I tell them
government
I'm
cutback, sorry.
I should have a chair or something so I could sit down just in case I fall over.
We don't even have vials to go with the needles.
And then,
It's a free clinic, I don't understand.
But I mean, at least one of you could stand behind me in case I might faint.
well,
Yes,
yeah. Don't worry. This is a rude question,
Yes.
and I didn't read your chart.
Excuse me, I'm not quite
I
ready yet.
am only certified to lift 50 pounds. Do you fall there or under?
I think I'd like to go somewhere else.
Wait, what? Why? No, I'm ready. It's good. It's good. Perhaps you would care for her to draw your blood.
You clearly put the needle in your
No,
mouth.
look at the needle here. You see, we just.
You needles just got them from Outback.
Oh, great, great. There's these places, they just throw all these needles. Look at this! Look at all these needles! Good, look, some of them already came with blood. We don't.
Very nice. But I think I'd like to go somewhere else. Thank you. I'd like to go somewhere else.
Okay, you're welcome. It's all right, more for us.
I just wanted to let you know I'm under 21. That's why I came down to Mexico.
Really?
That's why it's important to be transparent.
Oh yeah. You're transparent. You wanna...
I feel very safe with you.
Good. Good.
Good gut instinct about you, the way you're glaring at me. Mom was like you.
Here.
I trust you.
Good. Good. Good.
What else are you gonna give me that I trust? Anything else on you?
Yeah. Sorry. I just.
Well, that wasn't very manly. You had this great, like, glare in your eyes, like you wanted to, like, ravage me, but you weren't going to because I was under 21.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you just looked like you were vomiting.
Yeah, Burps.
That's still gross.
No, I'm so totally manly. Seriously,
Really?
I'm so manly. Do I need to prove it?
Sure.
I'll break a stick.
Oh, Papa, my new stick. I'm bringing it home.
That was incredible, Gerard.
Right?
Yeah.
You want me to do
Geraldo, sorry.
It's okay. I didn't get your name.
Oh, it's
I'll call you Penny.
That's not my name.
I'm exercising my manness.
Okay, I'll be Penny.
Yeah. Hey, you see that bull shark out there?
Yes? Are you gonna go break that in half too?
Yeah!
Geraldo, be careful. Geraldo?
Shark that just got. That was too slow.
Die, shark!
Oh God. Can't do anything on time.
That's incredible. And you just killed a talking shark. Wow, I'm not going back to the United States ever again.
Why would you?
Why would I?
Penny,
Give me something else.
there's something else.
What are you gonna give me?
So, I love to travel, and one year I was traveling through Turkey and Greece with some friends of mine, and I used to do this all the time. I used to work for like 3 or 4 months, raise as much money as I could, travel for as long as I could stay out, and if I didn't want to come home, I would work or find a way home. So I went to Turkey with some friends, and it's really easy to bring acid in, if you ever need to know that.
Yeah.
And so we put it in our wallets, and we were going through this area called Cappadocia, and it's in the middle part of Turkey. And Cappadocia is like these huge limestone hills and mountains where people used to carve out cities, and people used to live in there. They used to climb up into these things, and if you go in, there's like tons of tunnels to go through. And so my friends and I were walking around through there. There's one area where the actual tourists go, where, you know, they've got stairs and things like that. And then there's the areas where people, like idiots like us, will go and kind of travel on our own and try and figure out, you know, how to get in and out of these things. And so we were going through it, and we decided to take the acid. And so, so my friends, there were two other guys, and they could actually climb up. They could actually run, you know, climb up a hill and climb up a little cliff and then, you know, jump over. Whereas I was trying to do that, and I was just like, you know, road runner, you know, that's totally what it was, you guys. I totally fell down the side of this cliff, and I lost them, and then it started to hit the acid, and so, and I was like looking around for them like I was lost, like, you know, in the Brady Bunch in Grand Canyon. Bobby, Cindy, Bobby, and I get to this little place where there's this cave, and there's this guy, this like lone guy who's been living there who knows how long, and he's there for the people like us who are idiots and walk around, and he's got the only cigarettes and water and beer and all that stuff in this, you know, in this bin. And so I go over to him, and I had tried to quit smoking that day. So I got some cigarettes from and he saw that I was bleeding because I had, fell down the side of this cliff. Saw that I was bleeding, so he brought me inside his cave. And the cave had like these posters, these wild posters of travel posters. And then he goes down to his little, he washes me up a little bit, and then he gets a beer that's been sitting in his bin. He opens it, and he's just about to hand it to me. And of course, we're not communicating because we don't have, he doesn't speak English. And he goes to shake my hand, and first he gives me the beer, so I'm taking the beer, and I'm like, thank you. And then he goes to shake my hand, and as he's shaking it, he's pulling it closer and closer and closer. And I'm like, oh, take the beer back! His zipper was open.
Honey, I'm just so excited that everyone's here tonight. I just go and travel all over the world, and then come back and fundraise and have a great party to have everyone here help support me. Thank you all for coming tonight.
No problem.
We're getting this really...
I need to talk to you more alone without your friends.
But this is my fundraiser. This is how we fund our lifestyle.
Go on.
Okay. What is it?
It's not, it can wait.
What? No, you're clammy, honey. What is it?
It can wait. Mikey has run away.
Yeah, is there food or something?
4 weeks ago, we don't know where he is. We tried calling you, but your sat phone was off. Let's do this. Let's do the. I don't want to.
Let's have a fundraiser to find Mikey. If he's been gone for 4 weeks.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop everything.
This is what we do. We're just all going to have just a lovely fundraising because we've lost Mikey for 4 weeks.
Yeah. It's fun! It's fun! We're going to raise a lot of money.
Sorry, I'm just gonna put the elephant in the room. There's a pool of blood on the carpet.
And we're starving.
Yeah.
Did you not order food, honey?
No, I need to talk to you about the pool of blood on the carpet.
What happened? We're going to have to fundraise for that. Who? How are we going to pay for that?
I don't know. Honey, we've lost the house while you were gone. Everything we have is gone. Mikey is gone. I didn't want to interrupt your trip. It sounded really fun, but things were going on
My
back at home.
gosh!
Okay, nobody is watching. This man is like hyperventilating. Something's happening here.
Oh my God, and look, that man's hair's undone. This is awful.
Didn't you invite him?
That's a pretty tall fence.
I'll give you a boost.
Okay. Just, I'm kind of a
Short one, I know.
Yeah.
It's a problem. That's why you got me along.
You're the cool friend.
Yeah, super tall.
So we have to climb this fence to go into Mr. Crabapple's backyard?
Yeah, he has the best rhubarb ever.
Hey, you kids better not be getting near my rhubarb!
No, we're just playing dollies.
Okay.
Oh, Cindy, oh, you look so pretty today. Let's go. Yes, you can. You're gonna do it. You're gonna fence up and do it. Fence up. 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 Fence up.
Go fence up!
Fence up. Fence up. Fence up.
Did I make it?
It sure looks like it did.
Oh, I didn't tell you about my man-eating Venus flytrap? Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a great speech.
Oh, yeah.
It was really moving.
Yeah, I miss her, She was my favorite daughter.
I mean, I didn't want make you go through all that on stage, but I think it's for a good cause. You know, you've lost your daughter, and we can make something real happen.
Well, losing my daughter was real. That's a real thing.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate that.
I know it sounds crazy. She got eaten by a giant Venus flytrap.
Right.
But it's real, you know?
I'm just saying you've got such an imagination, and we want to put it to good use here at Scholastic Books.
Well, great. I mean, you know, if it helps me sell books, then it gets the job. That's great, because I need money to pay for her urn and everything.
I'm so glad you said that. We've already mocked up a first version.
Okay.
We've got we've got a book copy right here. It's.
My daughter got eaten by a Venus flytrap, and now I work at a bookstore to raise money for an urn. Wow.
It's for kids aged 11 to 13. It teaches them all about fractions. And she would have loved that. Look, on page 7, look, there she is. She's counting how many pieces her body has been shredded.
The scale's a little off. She's way too tall.
Well, it's just a rough sketch. We're gonna get the artist in here. But anyway, that was probably that was too much.
It doesn't make any sense because she got eaten whole.
I have some bad news.
Give it to me straight.
Well, we've taken the company from an investment direction into crime fighting. So our investment's pretty much gone. I thought I should tell you guys. I mean, the investment club trusted me. I put our $10,000 in the squirrel suit.
Oh my God.
And you know, it turns out that Jim just wants to fly the prototype around and like attack burglars.
This shit's great!
In fact, he hasn't come down in 3 days. Snooping down to a gas station and like leaving $5 and grabbing a Red Bull without ever touching the ground. and you know, I'm like, I had the Raytheon guys out here to see the demo. He didn't show up. You know, I called Boeing and they didn't believe me. Our only option is to shoot him down.
Remaining funds to do that.
There are no remaining funds. In fact, I can't even pay the lease on the clubhouse. Here, we're going to have to go back to meeting in my living room.
I mean, should we go into book selling?
Well, I mean, let's be reasonable. There's no money in books at all.
Gosh, well, I'm running out of ideas. I never run out of ideas.
I'm running out of ideas too.
I'm running out of ideas. That's what you're both. Oh my God, you're fine.
Think of something.
This book club, investment club is the best thing ever. I just don't want to lose you guys as close friends, and I don't know what to do. I just thought I'd open up and put it on the table and tell you what happened.
Please, you know, the most important thing really is the relationship always. Now, what happened with the money?
I got an idea with where you can invest your money.
Oh my God, it's the devil!
I just got rid of 2 of your friends.
Yeah. So, you know.
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Lay it all out.
Okay.
You want me to?
Yeah, I want you to. You know, I'll just trust it because you know you're dressed like a squirrel. That, you know.
It's okay.
Okay.
Squirrelman's got you.
So there's.
I'm not tall enough for this shit.
Wow, you have really strong hands.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's actually really nice.
I had this before the squirrel suit.
So, you're kind of, you know, my hero in a way, you know?
No.
You know?
I'm looking for a sidekick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someone tall.
Oh, great. Do I need powers or a suit?
No, if you had powers or a suit, then you wouldn't be a sidekick.
Oh,
You'd be a superhero.
okay.
Freeze, we are on the corner of Turk and Hyde, smack dab in the middle of the Tenderloin. Unfreeze.
Huh? What do you think of that? You'll get another one, and I'll break that one too.
Oh, listen, squirrel man,
Yes.
my daughter got...
I'm sorry, I wasn't there.
No, it's
There
okay.
are some things that the squirrel man just can't do.
No, I understand. I'm not asking you to bring her back or anything like that.
I can't bring her back. I can't do that.
Okay. There's this giant Venus flytrap,
Yeah?
okay, and a talking shark. And
Hey, how's the back, Bob?
if you could fly into this dude's yard
Well, there's actually a bright side to it.
and
I've
take
now,
revenge for me,
I
would
got
really mean a lot.
a book deal from it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm teaching kids about scoliosis.
Squirrel man to exact revenge.
I do.
You know, I didn't even notice the brace before.
It's made of scales.
How much will you pay me? I need to get my buddy back. This business is going under.
Why is this business going under?
Because of me.
You look leaner. You've been eating kids?
Yeah, they're mostly protein.
Yeah.
So one of the trips that I took for 6 months was down in South America, and there's this area called the Pantanal. It's like right on the border of Uruguay and Bolivia and Brazil, and it's this vast swampland that's completely it's larger than France, and I think 3/4 of the year it's completely covered in water, and there's only a little tiny window of time that there's no water. You can actually walk around there. And so some people decided that they were going to turn into a touristy thing to do for those 3 months. And so we went there just as they were starting to explore bringing tourists in. And so there were a lot of people who lived there who didn't know how to bring tourists in, but they decided to bring them in anyway because it was going to be good money. So we got off this bus and we met these three, they were kids, they were like 16, 17 and 18-year-old guys. And they told us it was going to cost us this much to go camp out in the Pantanal for 4 days, and we'll see alligators and monkeys and do all that stuff. So we're like, yeah, let's do it. So one of the days we were there, they took us on this 8-hour hike. And we hadn't really been around that much, but because it's swampland, basically what's happening is as you're walking, you're either going to be up to your ankles in water or up to your waist in water, but you're never not going to be like walking in water. And so, like by hour 5, we had gotten to a point where there was, where we were up to our waist in water. And we were all so exhausted, we couldn't turn around, because where would we go? Because we had to follow our guides, these 15, 16, and 17-year-old kids. And so we're in this water up to our waist, super tired, sun beating down, and all of a sudden, like 10 feet away, we see splashing. We're like, oh. So our, of course, inclination is to think about running away, but our guides are going that way towards the splash, and we're not going to go away from our guides because they know what they're doing. So we follow them, and what's there? It was this anaconda that just caught this alligator and started its 2-day strangulation of it.
Oh my Oh, you found a stone in the swamp. Wow.
Yeah.
You're getting even higher up. You don't like being out of control with the swamp up to your waist, do you?
No, I'm really kind of getting a panic attack.
Maybe I can come up on the stone with you.
I think it's just slippery enough for one. Oh, you're getting so close. You have cold hands.
Wow. Look at this Amazon. It's the size of France and Belgium together. Yeah, I wonder how they told us that. They said it was the size of that. I wonder how they know.
I'm mapping topography classes. I think it's
Little anaconda.
Oh, it's a little anaconda. Can we kill it? Do you have a slingshot?
Well, I think this is kind of... Oh my gosh, it's an anaconda that's growing. Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Wow. Whose idea was this?
Yours.
You need an adventure after your divorce.
Yes, darling. I'm right up here. Darlene, I was talking about anything but being by this.
Oh my gosh.
It's touching me up by the neck. Oh, it ate me.
Damn shame is what it is.
We lost 7 men out there. For what? For what?
I don't know.
For the city?
Is the city worth 7 innocent men? I ask you.
Those 7 men walked down the street, walked into the Tenderloin. Would they be saved? It's worth the state.
We gotta do something.
Goddamn Squirrel Man! That's what they were lost for!
Fucking Squirrel Man!
Fucking Squirrel Man killing our soldiers!
Oh!
Flashback to the squirrel man killing the soldier.
Yeah!
Saw with my own eyes.
Yo, he thinks he's a superhero, but he's like colorblind or something and just killing the wrong people.
Bullshit.
The U.S. Army's got to stop this before it gets out of control. They can build more suits. What if they have a startup and build a lot of suits and make money? It'd be a disaster.
It would be a disaster.
Fucking disaster.
But that's what the military's about.
You've come to me for an idea about a squirrel suit.
Yeah.
I know how to monetize this.
Who are you?
My name is Ferdinando.
Yeah?
I come from the Amazon. You pronounce it Amazon in Uruguay.
You Brazilian Special Forces?
That's right.
I'm listening.
Do you see my badge?
Yeah? That was I know what that's from.
Yes.
I saw the whole YouTube series on that.
That was me strangling 6 cobras. And then going on to more native creatures. No, you listen to me.
Listen to me. You listen to me. I rented this hotel ballroom. I rented this hotel ballroom for a parlay. You listen to me. I'm in the revenge business.
Freeze! Her fly is undone.
You bring me in with a beer and your wang hanging out. I'm not falling for that again.
You think you start from far away, and then you bring it close.
Go on. It sounds strategic. I want Squirrel Man. I want him tomorrow, here at noon in this Hyatt ballroom.
In the Marina Suite.
You're paying for catering.
fajitas.
There better be a goddamn taco bar full of Squirrel Man's bits tomorrow! Or I'm not paying!
I will put Squirrel Man's bits in the guacamole. It costs $25 extra.
Putting Squirrel Man's bits in the guacamole better not be a euphemism for pulling out your junk again!
Catch up if you want to see this revenge!
I'm sorry, you just fly real fast, man.
Some people say I've gone drunk.
Wi-Fi.
Some people think I've gone bad.
Pretty day. Nothing bad can happen to me.
Stole the cane!
Walk again.
Stole the cane!
Oopsies.
Hey,
I'm fast.
very fast.
The squirrel
Yeah.
is on the tree. Telephone lines.
Yeah. I just want to say, I really appreciate everything you're doing, but
Wow, Squirrel Man, you, mighty grip there. I just want to be able to exact the revenge. You set me on a quest, and I've never felt more alive.
well, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah! Okay, go down.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Kind of crushed my windpipe, but
Sorry, it's my super squirrel strength.
yeah, strength is kind of nuts.
I see what you did.
Sidekick.
You're my sidekick.
Yeah.
You're my sidekick.
Right.
Mr. Crabtree. You awake?
Hey, what?
Just plain dolls, just plain dolls,
What?
just plain dolls.
Oh, yeah, dolls, yeah.
Are you upstairs?
Well, of course I'm upstairs.
Oh, great.
I used my moving chair to get up here. This is great.
Oh, great, you're on that now. Great.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I hope you have a lovely evening, Mr. Crabtree.
Oh, thank you, Matilda. Francine.
You see on the fence, painted is a timeline of the U.S. Civil Rights Movement.
Better not be messing with my civil rights.
No, we're just admiring it.
Oh.
Little Susie is learning history. Oh man, that's so educational. I'm glad I'm a woman who can learn things.
Freeze. She's holding a can of beer.
Hey!
PBR.
Yippee!
Yeah, it's always good that little dolls know smarts.
Yep.
So hey,
Yeah, what?
what? You're not gonna get into my rhubarb, right? What are you doing?
I'm in your thought bubble. I'm not gonna do that.
Don't eat my thought bubble. That, oh.
Sorry, it's slang on the streets nowadays. I'll be more proper.
Oh, hey, there's a guy gonna be flying around.
Can you hold it, my beer?
Hey, don't hold it! Don't hold it! I'm warning you, son.
It's just the doll.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a guy in a squirrel suit who's gonna be flying in here, and there's a good chance I saw him kill an old lady earlier. You may just wanna.
Is this where Squirrel is landing? I just got some intel that he's coming
Wait,
over
what?
to
No,
this location.
That's right, we picked him up on radar. He
Yes.
should be in about a minute and a half.
All right, I've got my gun ready. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, anti-aircraft.
It's not fair to the Brazilian forces that we got to go get the squirrel man.